Today, you wouldn't be able to take this photograph as easily as I was able to do it then. There wasn't this invisible threat of armed drones, which really took away from our ability to use our instinct as journalists, photographers. My name is Tyler Hicks. I've been on staff with the New York Times for 23 years, and I've been covering the war in Ukraine since it began in February of 2022. This photograph I took from a drone over Bakhmut just after the Russian army had officially captured the city. That was still in flames and in ruins. At one point, I was able to capture this group of civilians who were trying to escape. In some respect, even though it was very dangerous to work there, it was also safer because the use of armed drones had not been deployed. For example, I took this photograph 3 years ago on the second day of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. This photograph shows one of the Russian soldiers who were killed trying to surround and ultimately occupy Ukraine's second largest city, Kharkiv. I very quickly shot this photograph because, as you can see, it's a wide open area. There's no concealment. This is when I felt this war has actually started. I'm part of documenting this. After the unsuccessful occupation of Kharkiv, the Russian military fell back and continued to try to weaken the city by bombardments. And it was really when you start to see this type of very indiscriminate warfare, this is one of these situations. There had been people killed. This man was pacing back and forth, clearly distraught that his neighborhood had been randomly targeted. And it's all part of this bigger picture of how this war has been fought, which is very little regard to the civilian population. This photograph shows a group of Ukrainian soldiers on top of an armored vehicle. The fact that they're all piled on top like that means that there are an equal, if not more, number of soldiers inside. They just come from battle. You can see in their faces a lot of different expressions, emotions. In many ways, this photograph represents a turning point in the war because this would be a prime target for an armed drone today. Not only is it a military vehicle, but it's clearly loaded with Ukrainian soldiers. So much more of this conflict now is fought from basements, from concealed areas. This type of scene is very rare to see today. This day I was with a branch of the military called the White Angels, and they are specifically assigned to extract and rescue civilians who are left behind. In this case, we went to a very contested area that was actively under bombardments. It was clear that the Russian military would soon occupy this area. As they got into the vehicle, emotion took over with these people. They were leaving everything they had behind. The technology is advancing so fast that on the ground, it's hard to know what is coming next, how to keep up with it, how to keep safe in the field. Our ability to photograph conventional warfare is almost completely erased.